students, I am Ishan Trivedi. Welcome you in the video lecture series. Today I am going to discuss about town planning surveys. In this session, I am going to cover surveys and its introduction, necessity to carry out surveys, methods adopted to collect data, and at last, collection of data. So let us start with the surveys and its introduction. Survey is meant to collect the data and the information based on-spot observation. It is to draw a mental picture of the region, the town and its various elements like residential and working areas. The surveys serves a broader canvas picturing on the state of town and to prove proper means for its development in future. Surveys are carried out looking for the facts which are already recorded by other investigators and authorities by original fieldwork on the spot. The latter may be necessary because an item that has never been studied or because of facts and figures need to be brought up to date. Surveys ultimately indicates the present state of a town which shows the measure of its improvements. The main purpose of the surveys for the town plannings are the people, their interest and occupations and how they follow them. And second is the land and the building and how they serves their interest. Here, surveys are carried out based on the activities which are happening in the town. These activities are from home to workplace, from home to college, from home to other places as well. It can be recreational place, it can be for leisure, it can be a marketplace or an industry. So in totality, it is from resident to workplace. It can be anything. So how these occupants are arranged in a town. So availability of land and how the buildings has grown up in that particular area is also point of consideration. The surveys are carried out for on-spot observation as well. It tells us the instantaneous picture of any area. The authorities or town planning authorities like ODA, GUDA, WUDA are doing this survey. In some of the cases, central agencies like Census of India, different ministries who are doing such surveys for execution of project, for development of road, for development of housing, different government schemes like Awas Yojana or you can say affordable housing scheme, so that there will be a betterment of town. But how this betterment has come up? By surveys which tells you the numbers, facts and figures of that particular area. Now understand the necessity to carry out the surveys. See, surveys before plan is emphasized by many town planners. It is the diagnosis before the treatment or diagnosis approach without which no adequate planning scheme can be prepared for a town. Again, for any town planning scheme, first I have to carry out these surveys. So what are the surveys and what are the things are considered? The survey data so collected can be analyzed and will be represented in the form of maps, charts, tables and models. Such a fully illustrated and clearly documented survey is helpful and advantageous in various ways. I have mentioned here How these surveys are helpful? It helps to provide the data of existing town for the town planner. The surveys draw the attention to the interrelation between various complicated activities of the town. It helps to know exactly what is lagging and what is needed for the development of town. It can be anything. It can be water supply, drainage, and sewage disposal as well. The survey stresses the local requirement and appropriate treatment to be given socially and artistically. It helps to build up the necessary and understanding before decisions for the development are made. It helps to know the evils from which the town suffers and provide a proper treatment to be given. And at last, it helps to build up the public opinion and appropriation in favor of town planning scheme. Ultimately, all the things are developed for the welfare of people, and that's why we have to take the opinion of people. So in overall, it is one of the economical way before the execution of project. Next is methods adopted to collect data. These methods are how we are getting those data. There are different ways. For example, fieldwork. One can go and detail out the topographical feature or geographical data, population data, and other relevant data. But one has to go to the field and do market research. Then house to house investigation conducted to collect the information in the questionnaire form, specially prepared for this data or survey purpose. You have seen certain government employees come to your house or ASHA worker sisters who come to your house and take the relevant information. These informations are made in a questionnaire form. The certain questions will be asked to you and take relevant information based on the proposed scheme. For example, census. Every 10-year census is being revised, and for that the data is being collected at grassroots level, and house to house investigation or house to house, all those data are collected. There are set of questionnaire which has been asked to you, so it will be easy to write down in a proper way, and ultimately in a software tool you can apply it. Then direct collection from the offices records and reports from government, municipal offices and other bodies. See, from upper body, from central ministry to local town planning authorities, various government bodies and agencies are working. For example, for housing scheme, ministries of housing, then local authorities, state government are also giving the funding. So this is one of the out of box example, but the context is that various agencies are working in a similar environment, like central public work department of state level, local authorities, railway. So you can take datas from that also. Even hydrology related data, river related data, oceanography data, this can be also retrieved from certain agencies. So you have to concern appropriate agencies and you can collect the data. Next is collection through postal communication with government department, public institution and interested bodies. Here the communication is being made through certain approvals. After getting approvals you can send, and you have to show the intent why you are require certain type of data. So you have to tell your intent and what you are going to do with this kind of data. Next is personal interviews with the individuals or organization interested in the field of planning. You can take the interviews of people who are using the infrastructure or who are residing over that place. Next is recognition surveys and spot inspection done by the town planning himself and his staff. They can walk along certain stretches and take on-spot observation. It can be morning or evening activities. So these are the methods and different techniques to collect the data. Next is collection of data. This collection of data are the information which are collected from various departments. These includes functional survey, social survey, territorial survey and vital survey. So let us start with the functional survey. Here in functional survey, functional aspect of a town life are studied. The items which are included in these surveys are means of communication. Here the means of communication means roadway, railway, airway and waterway. Do not get confused between means of communication and means of telecommunication. Phone call, mobile, these are the means of telecommunication, and means of communication, that vehicle or the approach of going to one place to another place by different means of communication. Then condition of industries and commerce, implementation of the plan and financial aspect of the scheme are studied. In these surveys, certain type of informations are collected. These are roads, including the histories of roads, traffic surveys, detail of width of roads and tree planting, railways with the position of level crossing, passengers, stations and goods sheds. Then airport, seaports, waterways and canals, route of transportation services, facilities provided for the access to the town. It can be anything public or private. Then local industries, their classification, location and availability of raw material and the labor, mines and their locations, and condition of commercial activities. So these are the things which are collected from the functional survey. Next is social survey. In social survey, social aspect of a town life are studied. The items which are included in this survey consist of community structure, history, architectural and health condition, housing and public services. In this, ancient ruins, architectural character of a locality, history of growth from the study of old maps, favorable condition for wildlife and natural beauty, sports, birth rate, death rate and charts of diseases, residential areas including historical studies, type of buildings, slums and suburban development of the town, historical buildings and public buildings, their location and classification, park and playground. So these are surrounded by social activities, and these activities are part of our life and city life. More or less, it talks about town and its various characteristics of locality, the growth of town through old maps, birth rate, death rate of that particular area. So these are the social aspect of any town. Next is territorial survey. In this, the physical aspect of territory is included. The items which are to be included in these surveys are physical features, agriculture soil, forest and climate condition. The information collected through these surveys are geology, showing the arrangement of underlying rocks and methods responsible for the formation of topography. It is of periodic process, so we have to take the samples, and concerned authorities are taking such surveys before the execution of project or before the development of any town at vacant land. Then contours of land surface showing the both actual height and its variance, or you can say variations. Rivers, oceans, streams and lakes which are part of that particular land. Then climatic conditions includes temperature range, rainfall, direction and intensity of wind, like windrose diagram, or rainfall and its direction is been studied, intensity, what is the temperature range throughout the year. So these are the natural things and climatic things which are studied at territorial surveys. Next type of soil, forest and vegetation, and areas likely to be submerged in the water in case of heavy rainfall. So all these things are studied, and this will apply while providing such facilities such as water supply, drainage, recreation centers and dispose of stormwater. So ultimately, even bylaws are framed based on the soil type and the type of development you want. So these are the some of the essential things. Next is vital survey. In this, population aspect of the town under the consideration are studied. The items which are included in these surveys are actual population, future population, density of population, and occupation of the people. In this survey, the informations are collected such as history of past growth of population, characteristics of present population, then factors which are influencing the future rate of growth for the town such as migration, decentralization to new local authorities, and at last density of population of each area are studied. So I am ending this session here. I hope you have learned some of the methods to adapt it to collect data, collection of data, and surveys with its necessity. Thanks for watching this